Dear children, already I have shared the link of exercise 5.1 and 5.1 introduction and solution. If you have any queries, please note it down. And one more thing I want to tell you, this is one of the important year, and especially in mathematics, practice is very important. So whenever you are watching the video, if you solve it, it looks very simple, but when you try to solve on your own, you'll come to know what are the difficulty that you are facing. So please keep continue with your practice, and this is one of the important year for you. Start working now. I have taken one of the example, that is Reena applied for a job and got selected. She has been offered the job with a starting monthly salary of rupees 8,000 with an annual increment of rupees 500. What would be her monthly salary for the 5th year? See, the question is, there is a lady called Reena. She applied for a job, so she got selected. So company said it is going to offer 8,000 as an initial salary, and anyone it is promised that she will be given an increment of 500 on the annually basis. Now, so how I am going to represent it? So next, the question is, what is the 5th year salary? So salary received by whom? By Reena for first year. It will be rupees 8,000. For second year, it will be rupees 8,000 initial salary plus an increment of 500 rupees. That will be equal to 8,500. Then for third year, it will be second year salary plus an increment of rupees 5,000, that will be equal to 9,000. And that for fourth year, that will be salary of third year plus an increment of 500 rupees, that will be equal to 9,500. How will I write? Initial salary is 8,000 plus 1,000 plus increment of 500. This 9,000 can be written as 8,000 plus 1,000, or else I can write it as 8,000. This, how many 500s are there in 1,000? 2 500s. 500 plus 500 plus 500. So this can be written as, how many 500s are there? 3 500s are there. Fourth year, 4 minus 1 will be 3 into 500. Can I write this? Later I will tell you why I have written like this. So that will be equal to 9,500. And for 5th year, so 4th year salary, that is 9,500 plus increment of 500. So it can be written as 8,000 plus 1,500. 9,500 can be written as 8,000 plus 1,500 plus an increment of rupees 500. Now I can write this as 8,000 as it is plus 1,500. How many 500s are there in 1,500? 3 500s, and for one more increment 500, that is 4 500. So 4 can be written as 5 minus 1 into 500. This can be written as 5 minus 1 into 500. 3 500s are there in this. One more 500 is there here. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 can be written as 5 minus 1 into 500. That will be equal to 10,000. So salary after, so 5th year salary will be 10,000. Now, so I want to generalize this. How can I generalize this? See. So first year salary will be A1, that is 8,000. Second year salary will be 8,000 plus a difference D. What is that? 500. Every year there will be an increment of 500. So to get in arithmetic progression, to get this next term, what should I do? To the previous term I should add d. Okay. Similarly, for third year it will be equal to 8,000. Sorry, 8,000. This will be 8,500. Okay. 8,000 I'll write. For second year, if I want to get, what should I add? 1,000. So 8,000. What is 1,000 here? D is equal to 500 because 9,000 minus 8,500. 500. 8,500 minus 8,500 minus 8,500. These will be common across the sequence. So what will I write? It will be equal to 2 into 500. I can write it as 8,000 plus 2 into D. So A4 can be written as 8,000 plus 1,500 because 3 500s will be there. So after 3 years there will be 3 increments. Means 3 500s will be there. Now I can write this as 8,000 plus. So this can be written as 3 into 500. So which will be equal to 9,500. Or else in a generalized form what can I write? This will be equal to a plus 2d. This will be equal to, this will be a, this will be 3 into d. So what about fifth year? What about fifth year? 8,000 plus. So 5 minus 1 is 4. This I am writing 4d. Or else it can be written as 4 into 500. Or it will be written as a plus 4d, which is equal to 10,000. See, I want to generalize this. See, if I want to get the fifth term, what should I add? First term plus 5 minus 4 into d. 5 minus 1 into d, that is 4d. If I want to get the fourth term, a plus 4 minus 1 into d, that is 3d. If I want to get the third term, a plus 3 minus 1 into d, that is a plus 2d. If I want to get the second term, a plus 2 minus 1 into d, that is a plus d. Here, if I want to get the first term, that is a. Okay. Now, in the similar way, if I want to get the nth term, what will I get? A will be there plus n minus 1 into d. So, this will be the nth term or last term in a series. Now, I hope you understood this. So, with this example, I wanted to get this. Again, an is a generalized term in the arithmetic progression. An is a generalized term in the arithmetic progression. So, how can we generalize? If I want to get a1, that will be equal to a. If I want to get a2, so a plus d, that is 2 minus 1 into d. If I want to get a3, first term plus 3 minus 1, that is 3 minus 1 into d, that will be equal to a plus 2d. If I want to get fourth term, a plus 4 minus 1 into d, that is a plus 3d. And even if I want to get 15th term, what will I write? A plus 15 minus 1 into d, that is a plus 14d. So if I want to get nth term, that is last term. So last term is also denoted by L or an. L or an. An is nothing but last term or nth term. So if I want to get this, a plus. If I want to get nth term, that is n minus 1 into d. So if I want to get the nth term, this is the formula. Okay. Then what will be the sequence? See, this is the generalized format. A plus a comma a plus d comma a plus 2d up to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the generalized form of an arithmetic progression. Now based on this we are going to solve few examples. Third example, find the 10th term of the AP, that is 2, 7, 12 and so on. So we need to find the 10th term. So it is based on the previous explanation. That is, if I want to find the 10th term, see, A is, what is A here? First term, that is 2. Next, what is D? If I want to get the D, the succeeding term minus preceding term, that is 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. I need to find A10. I want to find A10. So if I want to find A10, what will be the formula? A10 is equal to A plus this 10 minus 1 into D. So what is A here? 2. So 10 minus 1 as it is. What is D here? D is 5. 2 plus 10 minus 1 is nothing but 9 into 5. 2 plus 9 5s are 45. 45 plus 2, 47. That is A10 is, so 10th term will be 47. So please note this down. Fourth example, which term of the AP 21, 18, 15 is minus 81? Also any term 0, also is any term 0 in the sequence? Give reason for your answer. Now, so what we need to do, we need to find whether we want to find the term, which term is minus 81, which term of the AP is minus 81. We need to find n. Now also is any term 0? We need to find whether 0 exists in this particular series or not. First, what is A here? 21. Next, what is D here? Succeeding term minus preceding term, A2 minus A1, that is 18 minus 21, which is equal to, minus is greater, keep as it is, 21 minus 18 is 3, minus 3. Now we need to, and an is given, that is an is equal to minus 81. Now we need to find n. Okay, now an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. What is an here? Minus 81 is equal to, what is a here? 21 plus, what is n? We need to calculate n minus 1. What is d here? Minus 3. Okay, now minus 81 is equal to 21 as it is, plus okay, wait, minus into plus, minus 3n, minus into minus, plus 3. Now minus 80, so I'll take minus 3n this side, that will be 3n is equal to 21 plus 3 plus this 81 will come to the right hand side. Now 3n is equal to 81 plus 3 plus 81, that is 84. 84 plus 1, 85 plus 20, 105. Now n is equal to 105 divided by 3. So 3 1 ja, so 1 plus 5 is nothing but 6. 6 is 3 multiple, we can easily divide it by 3. 3 3s are 9, 1 left, 15, that is 3 5s are. So 35 minus 81 is 35th term. Minus 81 is 35th term. Now what we need to find? We need to find n for which we need to find n for which an is equal to 0. We need to verify we'll consider an as 0. We need to find which term it is. So okay, we'll verify. So an is equal to, we'll use the same formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. The same data we are going to use. Now what is a here? 21 plus n we don't know. What is an is 0. We need to calculate, we need to find whether 0 is there in the sequence or not. So n we don't know, we need to keep as it is. And what is d here? Minus 3. Okay, keep 0 as it is. 21 minus into plus minus 3n minus 3n minus into minus plus 3 ones are 3. Now this minus 3n will transfer it to the left hand side, that is 3n, minus will become plus. So 21 plus 3 is nothing but 24. Now n is equal to 24 divided by 3, 3 1 ja 3 8 ja. So n is equal to 8. Hence what we can conclude? So see 0 is there in the sequence. 0 is a term. 0 is a term. 0 is 8th term. 8th term. 0 is 8th term. Therefore 0 is there in the sequence and it is 0 is 8th term. This is what the solution. So fifth example, determine the AP. We need to find an arithmetic, we need to find arithmetic progression whose third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. If I want to write the terms in AP, what should I be knowing? I should be knowing the first term and I should know the common difference. Then only I will be able to write the arithmetic progression. Okay. Now determine the APUs. Okay. Now to write the arithmetic progression, what we should know? We should know A and D. So what is given? Third term is equal to 5 and seventh term is equal to 9. How will I write third term? A plus 2D. See, A plus 2D is equal to 5 if I want third term. If I want the seventh term, A plus 7 minus 1 is 6. 6D is equal to 9. So what I do? I will solve this equation. That is minus 4D is equal to minus 9 plus 5 is nothing but minus 4. The D is equal to minus 4 divided by minus 4, that is D is equal to 1. Then if D is equal to 1, I will place the value of D in equation. So I will call this as equation 1 and 2. I will place the value of D in one of the equation to get the value of A, because I should know A, I should know D, then only I will be able to write the arithmetic progression. So what I do? So what is equation 1? So A plus 2D is equal to 5. What is A? I need to calculate, which is equal to 5 minus 2D. A is equal to 5 minus 2 into 1. So A is equal to 5 minus 2, that is A is equal to 3. A is equal to 3. Now A is equal to 3, D is equal to 1. So I need to write the arithmetic progression. How will I write? See, therefore AP can be written as C, A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. Sequence continues. What is A here? 3 comma, what is A plus D? 3 plus 1 is 4. Third term A plus 2D is nothing but A plus 2 into 1, that is A is 3 plus 2, that is 5. So 6 and sequence continues. This is the arithmetic progression. Whenever if I want to write arithmetic progression, what should I know? I should know first term and I should know the common difference. Then only I will be able to write the arithmetic progression. Sixth example. Check whether 301 is the term of the list of numbers 5, 11, 17, 23. We need to check whether 301 exists in this series or not. So to do so, what will I do? So I will consider this as nth term. That is, I will consider this as A1 is equal to 3n is equal to 301. Next. What is A here? First term, that is 5. So I need to find D. So D is equal to succeeding minus preceding, that is A2 minus A1, that is 11 minus 5 is equal to 6. Okay. Now AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. This is the formula. So what I am going to do, I am going to place the value of AN and I am going to find N. So for N, we know N is a positive integer. If I get N as a positive integer, then I will consider 301 do exist in the list of number. If N is not a positive integer, then I will conclude that 301 is not a term of this particular series. That is, what is AN here? 301. What is A here? 5. Plus what is N? N is, we need to calculate, minus 1. What is D here? 6. Now 301 as it is, plus 5, plus 6 into N, 6N, minus 6 into 1, 6. Now 301 minus, if I transfer it to the left hand side, that will be plus 6, plus will become minus 5 is equal to 6N. Now 6 minus 5, 1. 1 plus 301, that is 302. That is 6N is equal to 302. Or else N is equal to 302 by 6. Now we will check. Is it a 2 multiple? Yes, because it is ending with 2. It is a 3 multiple. Is it a 3 multiple? 3 plus 2, 5. It's not a multiple of 3, hence it is not going to be a multiple of 3. So to be a multiple of 6 or to be divided by 6, it should be 2 multiple and it should be 3 multiple. But it's not a 3 multiple. So I am not going to get the positive integer. Here, since N is not a positive integer, N is not a positive integer, N is not a positive, because we are going to get the rational number. That is the reason I am going to call it as, since N is not a positive integer, hence 301 is not going to, one will not exist in the series. Seventh example. How many 2 digits numbers are divisible by 3? So I need to write down the 2 digits number that are divisible by 3, and I need to find how many digits are divisible by, how many numbers are going to be divisible by 3. See, the list of 2 digit numbers, divisible by 3 are, okay, those will be 3 multiple. So first 2 digit multiple will be, so first 2 digit will be 10. It will start from 10. 10 is not a 3 multiple. 11 is not a 3 multiple. 12 is 3 multiple. That will be a starting 2 digit number. So next 15 will be 2 digit which is divisible by 2 digit number which is divisible by 3, 18 and so on up to 99. Is 99 3 multiple? Yes. After 99 it will be a 3 digit number up to 99. So 99 is a last term which is divisible by 3, which is a 2 digit term. Now, so in this I want to know the number of terms in this series, then only I will be able to find how many 2 digit numbers that are divisible by 3. Okay. Now here A is 2, A is 12 and what is D? 15 minus 12 is nothing but 3. I need to find N. What is AN last term? That is 99. So we have a formula to find the last term, that is AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. What is AN here? 99 is equal to what is A here? 12 plus what is N? We need to calculate, that is number of terms, which is equal to D. What is D? Sorry, D is 3 here. Now 99 as it is, 12 plus 3 into N, 3N minus 3. Now, so 99, if I transfer it to the left hand side, it will be plus 3 minus 12 is equal to 3N. So how we are going to add this and subtract? See, to make it 100 I need 100, 2 left, 2 minus 12 is nothing but minus 10, minus 10 plus 100 is nothing but 90, 90 is equal to 3N, or N is equal to 90 divided by 3, so that 3 times 3 3s are 9, 0, that is 30. So what does it mean? Therefore there are 30 2-digit numbers, 2-digit numbers. There are 30 2-digit numbers which are divisible by 3. That's it. So what was asked us to calculate? We were asked us to calculate the 2-digit number which are divisible by 3. To do so, we have listed the numbers. We have listed 2-digit numbers which are divisible by 3. That is the list, and we know this is the last term. So we use the formula, and N is going to give us number of numbers, the 2-digit numbers that are divisible by 3. So example 8. Find the 11th term from the last term of the AP, that is 10, 7, 4 up to minus 62. From this last term, so we need to go to the 11th term and we need to find the 11th term from the end. See, suppose say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are the terms which are there in the AP. Now I will remove this. Okay, or else I'll write this. Okay, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. If I ask you to find the fourth term from the last term, we need to find the fourth term from the last term. Which is the last term? This is the last term. What is the fourth term? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth term. So in the similar manner, we need to find the number of terms. So after finding the number of terms, we need to subtract 11 from it, and we need to find the term which is 11th from the last term. So how we are going to do? See, follow the procedure. There are two methods. One method is this. Later I am going to show the other method. In this method, so what is the last term? That is AN minus 62. What is A10 and what is D? D is 7 minus 10. Succeeding minus preceding, that is equal to minus 3. I need to find N. Okay. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. This is the formula. Now, What is a n here? Minus 62. What is a? 10. Plus what is n? We need to calculate minus 1. What is d here? Minus 3. Now minus 62 is equal to 10 plus 3, minus 3 into n, minus 3n, minus into minus plus 4. Sorry, plus 3 1 is 3. Now minus 62 will be, I'll write as it is. If I transfer this 10, minus 10, this plus 3 will become minus 3, which is equal to minus 3. Now minus 62 minus 72 minus 74. Minus 62 minus 10 minus 72 minus 72 minus 3. Keep minus as it is and add all these terms. That is minus 3n. This will get cancelled. So n is equal to 75 divided by 3. So 3 ones are 3 2s are 6. First we will verify whether it is a 3 multiple or not. 7 plus 5 12. 12 is a 3 multiple. Obviously it is going to be divided by the 3. 3 2s are 6. 1 left 15. 3 5s are 15. That is, there are 25 terms. So what will be the 11th term from it? So that is, if I want to get the 11th term from the last, that is 25th term will be the last term. I want to find the 11th term from that end. So 25 minus 11, that will be 14 plus 1. We need to add 1 to it. So we need to find the 15th term from this end, from the right end. If we find the 15th term, we will get the 11th term from the last end. So that is, we need to find the 15th term. That is, a15 is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is a15? We need to calculate a15 as it is. What is a? 10 plus 15 minus 1. What is d? Minus 3. A15 is equal to 10 plus minus into plus minus. 15 3s are 45. Minus into minus plus 3 1s are 3. A15 is equal to, so minus 45 plus 10 minus 35 plus 3 minus 32. This will be the 11th term from the last term. This is one method. This is one method. So note this answer. So please note this down. I am going to solve the alternate method. Now what is alternate method? We will reverse the series. This I will consider this as first term, that is a is equal to minus 62. And we know what is d. D is minus 3 because 7 minus 10 is minus 3. And I need to find the, see, since I reverse the order, so directly I am going to find the 11th term. That is a11 is equal to what? So because since I reverse the order, directly I can find it. Okay. Now a11 is equal to a plus n minus 11 minus 1 into d. What is a11? I need to calculate. What is a? Minus 62 plus 11 minus 1 is nothing but 10. What is d? D is minus 3. Now a11 is equal to minus 62 plus into minus 30. A11 is equal to, wait, minus 62. Sorry. This d will change. This d will change. Since we reverse the order, minus 62, see, if I want, say I am at here, if I want to get the next term, since I reverse the order, so this will be the succeeding 7 minus 4 is nothing but 3. See. So even d will change. See, this will be the succeeding term, this is the preceding term. When we reverse the order, that will be like, it will be like this: minus 62, 4, 7, 10. So this, I reverse the series. If I reverse the series, then what will be the d? succeeding term minus preceding term. 7 minus 4 is 3. So here it will be 3. Okay. A11 is equal to minus 62 plus 30 into 10, 30. A11 is equal to minus 32. Earlier also we got the same answer. Here also we got. So which method is comfortable for you? You can go through it. Go ahead with that particular method.